we've designed our complete layout, the next steps I want to show you is how to trace, cut, and ink. Now, you don't need any special tools for this. This is basically what we use, but we do recommend at least 5 double-sided sheets of paper. This will allow you to add layers to your page, but also you can get 1 to 2 cards out of your scrap, so your paper goes a long ways. Now, to start tracing out the elements, what I do is I start with my borders first. So for example, we're going to simply just take our matching A and B side, like this, and then I just take my prominent pattern that I like the most. And basically I'm just going to line it up on the edge, like you see here, trace, take your other one, and then I just simply make a mark right here on the edge. This is going to let me know where to do a straight cut with my paper trimmer. So I'll go ahead and quickly do that. And then we're just going to follow that line and cut it once up the center, like this. Now when you're cutting, there are a couple cutting tips that we have. One of them is to stay right here on the back ends of your scissors. So for example, don't complete your cuts. If you just stay right on the back ends and do quick short cuts, kind of like you see there. Now say you go off that pencil a little, or you have some blemishes or imperfections, that's where inking comes in. We just simply ink all of our edges of each element. This will hide any pencil marks that you might have. So I don't even erase them, I just simply ink right over those. Once you are done with inking, we are going to simply replace the templates with the pieces that we just cut. The great thing about the borders is that with the one cut up the middle, you get 2 pieces, 1 for each side of your layout. Now when it comes to the accessories, same thing, we're just going to simply trace it out of our paper. So you would pick whatever pattern you want, and then I just start with the bottom layer and then work my way up. So I would just start taking that bottom layer, simply trace it out of your pattern of paper. Now when you're cutting out your accessories, we do recommend that to start, you just simply cut it out of your whole sheet of paper, so you're not working with the whole sheet of paper. Then all you're going to do is, again, just stay right there on the back ends of your scissors and do quick short cuts. But one thing you'll notice is that my hand, my left hand, is moving the paper. I'm not moving this hand. So you would just, of course, again, follow that line. If you go off it a little, don't worry about it because that inking is pretty great. And you would just cut those out. And then add some ink to the edges. This is where a dauber is really nice, especially when you're adding ink to the accessories, because say you want to get in a crack, you can just kind of bend the paper a little and then add a little bit of ink to those edges. The other great thing about ink is that it helps give every layer a nice finished look and adds dimensions, especially when you're using a lot of pattern papers. It will help distinguish the layers between each other. Now we're going to do the same thing for each of our elements, and then we're going to replace the templates with each of our pieces.